Today's session is going to be on open source and GitHub. First of all, I introduce myself. My name is Unnati Mishra. I am a pre-final year student at SRM University, Chennai, and I am a front-end web developer at PyLadies, Chennai. You can connect me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and GitHub. So, what is open source? Open source software is a software that is freely available to use, redistribute, and modify. For example, you might have heard about the Linux operating system. It is an operating system in which the code is publicly available and anyone can modify and change that code. So it is an open source project, and the projects that are open source encourages a transparent process that is advanced through distributed peer review. Now, why to contribute to open source? As we will code more, we can learn more, and it is a way of paying back to the community. Also, you can have global recognition via prestigious open source events. For example, there are many open source events like Google Summer of Code. In the Google Summer of Code, many companies come and post their applications. What they want to make us, nahi, what they want us to make. So you can contribute to that, and you can make a successful contribution. So they will be paying you for doing that. So it is very useful for us. Then it's not about the code, it's about the community. These are some open source events like Google Summer of Code, Hacktoberfest, Outreachy, and etc. Now, as we are going to do hands-on on GitHub, so I'll request you to go on this website git-scm.com and download the latest version of Git for Windows, because it is very useful for doing the hands-on session. Now, what is Git? Git is a distributed version control system for tracking changes in your code during development. Now, what is version control system? Version control system is a system that records changes to a file or a set of files over a time so that you can record specific versions later. It is like a history log, like what changes, when you did it, and all that. It is designed for coordinating work among programmers, but it can be used to track changes in any set of files, as I told you. Now it allows us to make a collaborative development environment. And as I told you, you can know who made what changes and when. It allows us to revert any changes and go back to the previous state. For example, if you are making an application and you want to switch to version 2, version 1 from version 1 to version 2, then for example, if you have any bug in version 2 and you want to go back to the previous version, so you can do it with the help of Git. These are some version control systems: Git, Mercurial, and Subversion. Now Linus Torvalds developed the Git. Now how to make sure that developers always have access to the latest code base, and how are the maintainers supposed to review the contributors' code? Git repository hosting services solve that problem. These services are GitLab, GitHub, and Bitbucket. So today we are going to learn about GitHub. These are the 4 persons who founded GitHub in 2008. It was later acquired by Microsoft in 2016. It also provides features like bug tracker, pull request manager, and etc. I will tell you about it. Now the main thing comes. What is GitHub? It is a code hosting platform for software development and version control using Git. Git is the tool and GitHub is the service for projects that use Git. It is just like a website in which you have to upload your code, and it is open source. It means that anyone can see your code and make changes in it. Now, Git repository hosting services has the following features. It allows us to share the code, create issues, make pull requests, and in the local language, you can say that it is like a Google Drive for your code, where you can upload your code, see it afterwards, and share it. These are the 4 features that are mainly required for learning GitHub. Repositories, branches, commits, and pull requests. I'll tell you one by one. First is repository. A repository or a Git repo, Git project encompasses the entire collection of files and folders associated with a project. It is just like a folder in which your code will be present, just like a folder. The difference between a repository and a Git repository. A Git repository is the ./git folder. I will tell you in the hands-on session. It is a ./git folder inside the project. It tracks all the changes that are made to your files during building the project. And if you delete this folder, you will lose all your history. Like as I told you, the Git stores all the logs, history logs, like what changes you did, at what time, and all that. Now the branches. What comes in your mind when you hear about the word branches? A tree, right? A tree has a root and then it has many branches. Same happens in the branches only. Branches. There is one main branch which is known as the master branch, and then like I'll give you a scenario. You are making an application like a Zoom application, and then you are uploading your main code to a repository in GitHub, and then you are inviting many persons to contribute in it, make changes in it. For example, I want to enhance the video calling feature in the Zoom. So what I will do is, like I cannot make direct changes in the code because it is the developer's code. So what I can do is, I can make a branch from that main code and then I can make changes into it. And then the code will be sent to the main developer and he can review my code. And if he likes it, he can merge it. See, we can make branches, we can work on it, and then we can merge it into the master branch, main branch. The default branch is master branch. Commit is nothing but saving changes to all your work. Like for example, I made some changes in this and then I hit on save. So all your changes will be saved. Commit is equal to saving. Now pull request. This section includes the code changes that are proposed by contributors to the main code base. Take a scenario like if you are working for a project, and if you are like for working in a project, what you have to do is you cannot directly contribute in that code because it is someone's code, right? It is a main code. Then you have to make a branch on it and then you can work on that branch, and then you can make a pull request. Pull request means making asking the main author of that code that I have made these changes and now I want that you can review my code and then merge it into the main code if you like it. See, creating a branch and then merging it into the main code. This is pull request. Now let's move on to the hands-on session. So I hope you have installed the version of Git and you also have a GitHub account. Please post in the chat box yes, then I'll continue further for the hands-on session. Okay. I'll move on. Head over to your GitHub account and then this is my GitHub account. I'll click on plus symbol and then hit new repository for making a new repository. Then this will come and then write a name. I will write test repository. And then I will hit create repository. The repository is created, and then what I have to do is I want to push my code to GitHub. I will teach you this. So I have made a folder named repository in my desktop. In this folder I have made a small web application, a login form. These are the two files of the login form. See, this is a basic login form I have made. So I want to push this code into GitHub. So what I'll do is open bash. If you have downloaded Git, then bash will open. If you search on the search bar bash, then it will open. If you are having any problem, please text it in the chat box. So first I want to see where my path is. I want to push that folder in the desktop to GitHub. So the first command I will write is present working directory pwd for checking where my path is. See, this is my path, so I want to make that path to the desktop folder repository, this folder. So I will write cd. Cd means change directory to desktop. It moved to the desktop and then to this folder repository. cd repository. See, the path changed to this folder. Then the first command that we have to write before starting any project of Git is git init. It initializes an empty Git repository in this folder. See, .git folder initialize. It is a hidden folder. Okay. What you want me to repeat? Like the first command is git init for making any Git project. Git init initializes an empty Git repository. I'll show you the commands. Wait. See, these are the commands I am going to teach. Git init is the first command that you have to write before starting any Git project. It stores all the history that you have done. Like you need to connect. No need of connecting. If you download this and then it automatically comes. You have to just make your GitHub account. See, I'll tell you this, all the commands that I am writing are present here also. Only minor changes are there. See, once again I'll tell you, I am written git init and then what I have to do is I have to push these files into GitHub. So I have to write git add space and then dot and then hit enter. And then these files are pushed into this folder. Then what we have to do is for checking these files are pushed or not, then I think someone's mic is
Yeah, one second, maybe I'll check.
hello. Yeah, now it's fine. Then to check that whether these files are pushed into this folder, hidden folder or not, then we'll write git status. See the green color text. These files are pushed. Then we have to commit. Commit means save. Add a readme means adding the documentation. Like I am making this project, like all the theory stuff. This is not needed now. Then I will write commit. I will commit git commit -m and then a comment. Any comment like I am pushing my files. And then hit enter. See, my changes are saved now. Then I will the most important command git remote at origin and then this URL. Why I am doing this? Because I am pushing my code from my local machine to internet, that is on GitHub. So I have to paste this URL that is of this repository. Then I will copy this. And one more thing, the control V doesn't work. Control V. This doesn't work in bash. So right click and hit paste. And then hit enter. Now I have to push my changes. The command is git push dash u origin. Here main is written, but we are working on the master branch. See here, the blue color text. We are working on the master branch, so we will write master. Then in a few seconds, our code will be pushed to GitHub. See, and then if I refresh here, see my files are pushed, and the command that I have written was pushing files. So it's very easy, right? If you have any doubts till here, please ask me. These were the commands that I have written. Now I'll tell you one more command, git log. It tells all the changes that I have done till now. See, I have pushed my code at this time. Pushing files was the command. The git log command tells the history, that what I have done till now. I have made a commit. See. Now for example, if you want to make changes in your folder, like the files, the code, and then push it on GitHub, what you have to do? See, this was the code that I pushed into the GitHub. The index file and the style sheet of a web application. So for example, I am editing this, something I made changes, and then I will go back to bash, and then I will write git status for checking what changes I have made. Is it reflected or not? See, it is written modified index.html because I have modified this one. Login page I have changed, right? So it came modified index.html. Now we have to commit it. To save changes, we have to write the command commit. So first we have to add it. Add all the files, then commit. So we will write git add space dot. Space dot means adding all the files. If you want to add any specific file, then you will write the name of the specific file. But for safety purpose, I will write dot. Then I will check again. See, it came green color, and then I have to commit it. I'll write modified index. See, one file is changed. The insertions and deletions are also mentioned. Then now I'll write git push. See, my code will be pushed. And if I go on the website and refresh it, see, 23 seconds ago, I pushed this code. This was the method if you want to edit the files, and then again you have to push it. Now, if you want to work on someone else's project and copy it into your local machine, then what you have to do is, for example, I will clone my own project. Like, go on anyone's account, and then if you like their project, just open their repository and see, click on this code button and copy this link from the repository. Click copy, and then go on the bash, write the command git clone, and then paste that link, and then hit enter. See, the project is cloning. You can see the file is being generated here. It will be copied fully by this command. See, it is fully done. So in this way, you can work on anyone's project into your local machine. You can just write the command git clone and then the URL. By this, the whole project will be copied to your local machine. Now, branches I told you, right? I'll make one branch. For example, I don't want to work on the main branch of that test repository. From here also you can make branches, but I will tell you from the bash. So the command is, see, these are the commands for branching. For checking in which branch I am working right now, the command is git branch. I am working on the master branch. So master came. Now if I want to make a separate branch, then I have to write the command git checkout dash b and then the name of the branch. For example, I write my name. See, switch to a new branch Unnati. See, here also the change is reflected. The branch is changed. I'll check once again. See, now we are working on this branch, not on master branch. And in the Visual Studio Code Editor also, here see, the name of the branch changed. Now, for example, I am changing something again. I'll remove this text. And then I will see the status. See. First of all, I'll remove this folder because I don't want to push this code on GitHub. It was just for cloning. Now, as I've made the changes, now for going back to the previous command that you have typed, like if you don't want to type in keyboard, then you can hit on the upper arrow key. It will go on to the previous command that you have written, the upper arrow key. See, now I have to add the changes. Git add space and then dot. Then git status. Now I want to write a commit message. Don't forget to commit before pushing. I'll write any comment and then finally git push. Because I am working on the branch name Unnati, so I have to write this code. Because previously we were working on the main branch. Like if you have any error, if you did any error by mistake, then the bash command, bash prompt tells you like what changes you have to make. See, the code is pushed. We'll go and check. See, this branch has made change less than a minute ago. So, this is the process for merging. See, I have made a pull request, right? Then I click on this. Able to merge. Like if you have made something like very exceptional change. Like if you have removed the name of the folder only, like I have written index dot something else, then this is not acceptable. So you have to make a valid change. Then only you will be able to merge it. Now see, the modifications are also shown here. Like I have removed this thing. It is also shown here also. See. Click on merge pull request. See, now code is now merged to the master branch. See, merged one commit to master from the branch Unnati. So these are all the commands that I taught you today. If you want to write it or you want to take a screenshot, then you can take it because these are very important commands for working through the bash. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'm open to questions. Yeah, we'll share the slides. You can also learn there are many commands for deleting the branch, for making the previous changes and all that. So you can also search on net. There is a website named, wait, I'll show you. Git handbook. In this website, all the theory part that I have told is written. What is a repository? The basic Git commands. These all commands are here. Git clone, add, commit, status. All these commands I told you. This is a very good website for learning the commands. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Or we'll conclude the session. See, if I write now git log, then these all changes I made. Right, first I committed, and then I have made a branch C. I have changed the branch and then I have merged it into the master branch. All these changes are here in the git log. So that's all for today's session. I'll hand over the session to Nana. Thank you.